What did you think the assignment was?
Intentionally. I mean, she said we, but like.
No,
say
what did you think? But what do you understand the assignment to be?
Intention. Because that's what.
Okay,
like,
talk to me
with
as if
more
I don't know
intention.
anything and I'm 8 years old.
Okay, so basically we're supposed to say yes in whatever language we wanted to, with more intention than Emma Stone did, when she said we.
Okay, it's an interesting interpretation. You?
That's how I saw it too.
Well, of course, you guys
With
are
just as much,
siblings.
not more.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
What do you think the assignment was?
To say yes in a different language.
I love the telephone game. What did you think it was?
Say yes with any scenario with intention.
Okay. And add to it to get the trifecta. Any way you want, in any language, with any intention.
Right.
But to crush it. I don't know about better than Emma Stone, but if you can, that's great.
I thought that's what she said.
I'd like to see it. Well, maybe I could see where that would be interpreted that way. Okay, well, Jazzy, you were trying to get here, but you couldn't make it. Right. Okay, all right, cool. So let's do this. While they're warming all that stuff up and dialing it in, let's do the exercise first. Are there any questions? Because this is what I don't want to see. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do. I still have questions. I'm uncertain. Okay, and then you look at me. I don't want to do that. I want this to be a canvas and you to get up here and go. What did I just do? What?
Your signature.
Yes, with an exclamation point, with intention. Hey, right? We're here, you okay? You're not looking okay. It's not how you feel, darling, it's how you look. Yeah, come on, get it to life, bring it to life, come on, there we go. All right, do we have it? How come I feel like an executioner and you guys are all my subjects? I mean, what is going on here? This is what you live for, right? No?
I was thinking.
God, thank you for a sense of humor. Okay. Go.
Oh, I'm just throwing my gun away.
I got it.
I was playing,
Oh, you.
Could you run up there real quick and shut those straights and pull the drape? Can you do that? Forget it. You didn't hear me, did you? Oh, he read it. He read my lips. All right. There we go. He's got it. He picked it up. That's good. Okay, great. Brilliant. It's all yours.
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. Now, we did this in the day class, and it was the same note for everybody, so I'm going to give you the note, and you get to go again. Here's how it works. There's a lot of lead up around getting to the yes. All the lead up has to be in and on the yes. Does that make sense? Because we're just capturing the yes, as if it were a voiceover for an animated series, and we don't see anything because you're going to be painted in like a cartoon. But we just need the word. You can do all that, but you got to bring it all into the word. Where the word was that got shortchanged. Make sense?
Yeah.
Are you going to do it the same way again?
I'm not.
Okay.
And I'm going to compress it. Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a piece of direction.
Okay.
All the choices are great. That's all fine. Build them all up. Do your thing. Get the phone. Then deliver the yes. Isolate it.
Yes.
Okay, all right, give her a hand. Pick somebody. Now, all the notes I already gave, I can't give them again. I can only give new notes.
Well, I'm not gonna move around like she did. Yes.
Okay, what was the situation?
Me talking to my friend, him asking me about something, like advice, or like about a girl or whatever like that. That's like.
All right,
how I
great. Here's the
responded.
next note.
Yeah.
This is the next thing that we're going to isolate in on. It's not about you guys going up there and getting it right. It's about you guys going up there doing something and then helping me to show you how to do it better.
Right.
We got to eliminate generalities. It comes from specificity. So when you're making your choices, we have to get past general conceptual thinking into detailed specificity. So words like whatever, kinda, it could be, well, I was thinking, those things have to be replaced with specifics. So make specific choices right now on who your friend is, how you feel about your friend,
That. Okay.
and what your friend said
Yeah,
and
what they
did.
said, yeah.
Get all that, hear all that, and then respond to all that, and deliver the work.
Okay. Yes.
What was the scenario?
Oh, it's my best friend. Well, telling me about a girl, but like more specific and stuff like that. Like he was asking me a question.
No stuff like that. There is no stuff like that. Stuff like that is general.
Yeah.
I know, I'm busting your ass, but that's how it works. Because we got to fill it with specificity, because the writer isn't going to write. Guy sits down talking to his best friend says stuff like that, and he responds with, no, the writer's going to say, he tells him about the girl that he went with, and he knows he's the girl from school that nobody should go with because she's going to get him in trouble. And he asks, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like stage direction. Can you fire up while we're on there? The Disney Channel. We had it up from the day class, if it's still there or not. If not, see if it'll still come up, and put Cruella on so we can share a video. Thank you. All right. Specific. I want you to hear him ask you one specific question. It's all. He's going to ask you one specific question that's going to get you to respond, and then you're going to deliver. Is he monologuing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to shoot this, so we got to tighten up the timing.
Okay.
Okay. You got to hear it. You got to respond.
Yes.
Okay. What did he ask you?
If you should call the girl back.
And what's wrong with the girl?
They just had a weird date.
So you're not sure you should call her back?
Yeah.
But why'd you say yes?
Because I don't think she's that bad. Like.
Okay. See, you have to have your apologetics in place.
Yeah.
You got to be able. Look, I'm here. I'm your coach. I'm your cheerleader. I'm gonna love you and help you through, but I'm gonna whip you and beat you and do all the stuff I got to do. At the end of the day, when you're on set with a director, you're not going to get all the loving and the cheerleading. You're just going to get all the other stuff, okay? And I want you guys to be prepared for it. So when you come in and you're able to do it and hit it, because you're going to get these. I love these. Gosh, I worked with these guys. I don't miss these guys at all. They're from Europe. And they speak with this European accent. Okay, okay, this is what we're going to do. And you got, okay, you did it. And you're going to do this. Okay, 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 here we go. Ready? All right, let's go. And action. And you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? They drive you crazy. They drive you crazy. They have no people skills. They just got power. And it's really frustrating. And you got to learn to read minds. Mm-hmm. And you got to figure this stuff out. Because if not, they just get more and more pissed off. And it's just a shit show. I mean, but that's just some, not all of them, but you just get those people every once in a while. So that's why when you show up, man, when you show up and you're on set, you got to be like on it. You're in it, on it, and you're putting the pieces of the puzzle together until you understand everything. You got the first AD in sight at all times, right there. Boom, first AD is there. You're there. You're understanding. You're hearing the changes. You're learning what's going on, so you don't get your butt handed to you. And when you get like that, then there are people there watching this, and they go, I want to work with this person. And then you get called on other jobs, and then you get contract jobs, and you get recurrings, and you get series regulars. You know, that's how it works. But if you're like futzing around with all the other nimnods that aren't going to get anywhere, you wind up like a nimnod that's not going to get anywhere. I don't want to see that happen to you guys. No, I'm talking to everybody. Cool? Mm-hmm. Give them a hand. Pick somebody. Oh, me. Do you know where it is? No, you don't know where it is. Okay, she's running around. She just did a heist. It's in the middle of the thing, and she's talking to two guys in a security room with a bunch of security cameras. That's the scene you're looking for. Okay? Thank you very much. A black guy, tall, thin. Michael could have played him. Tall, thin, young black guy. He doesn't, but you know, it's enough to get him to that scene. Okay, and he speaks with a French accent.
That scene? No.
No, you'll find it. Let him find it. Okay, here we go. Graciela, you're up.
We.
Okay, what?
What was happening? I was thinking of a word. It has to be one word. And it has to be for a scholarship, kind of, that I'm typing up a paper for, and I'm with
A scholarship? What'd she say, Alice?
It's a scholarship for admissions into a university, and I'm here with my friend, and we're trying to think of one word that describes me, and she hits it. We're running through them, and then she hits it, and I was genius.
But you just said it.
I said,
I heard it.
yes.
I heard it. Now you got to do it without the air,
Without the air.
without the gasp and the noise that surrounded the word.
Okay. Okay, got it.
We just want a clean yes in any language.
Okay.
Derived by any means.
Okay. So keep the word, though, in that language.
That's your exercise.
Okay.
Jawohl.
We.
Now, the note that I gave to Gabe, that all that stuff, if it's not connected to the word, it doesn't do anything to the word.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. It's got to be all in the word. You can use it as running room. Oh, hang on, sorry. You can use it as running room, but it's got to be the word.
Okay.
Got to give birth to the word.
Okay. All right. Tighten up the beginning.
Tighten up everything,
Okay.
because Michael already used their time budget.
Okay. We.
There you go. Give her a hand. Good job. Pick somebody. Did you get them there?
Oh, do you want
Thank you.
yours?
Did you just play sports?
No,
You didn't play any sports in school?
no,
Okay.
nothing. I did theater. That's what I did. Yes.
Okay, what was the scenario?
My roommate asked me if I ate the last chocolate chip cookie from the batch she made, and yes, I did.
Okay, so now what we're going to work with is we're going to work with up in the choices
Okay.
to raise the stakes. How do you raise a stake?
Something more serious?
You give a
Life and
little
death?
calf some really good grain. Seeing who's following me here. Anyway, how do you raise a stake?
Like more life and death situations?
No, it always has to do with specificity and information.
Okay.
Okay? So let's take your scenario and let's raise the stakes. Let's say that this has been chronic
Okay.
and your roommate said, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And this is the dearest person in the world to you, and you really offended her, and
Okay.
she's going to bail on you. And you got on your knees and you pleaded with her and told her you would never, ever, ever, ever do it again, or she could turn and walk on you and never speak to you, and you would not hold a bad feeling towards her.
Okay.
Does that raise the stakes
Yes.
of this happening this
Yes.
time? You see, because what did
Yeah.
I do? You're just dealing with specific information, because information, it's not what happens to us in life. It's the information that we have and how we process it. It's one of the key secrets to learning how to live life. Because right now, does anybody have an Uncle Henry? No, good. Okay, if you had an Uncle Henry right now, today, 7/27, wherever in the world, okay? And Uncle Henry just died in a tragic, tragic accident. And it was gruesome and brutal, and Uncle Henry is dead. Boom, 7:28, and in 4 seconds, Uncle Henry's dead. Did it affect you? No, of course not. This isn't like some telekinesis thing. There's no way it affected you. You have no idea. When is it going to affect you?
When I
When you
hear the
get
news.
when you get the information that Uncle Henry died tragically, and you loved Uncle Henry. That's when it's going to affect you. So it's not what happens to us; it's the information and how we process the information. And why actors, I refer to actors as developing superhumans. When you understand the actor doesn't even understand that in the development of the actor, you're learning how to be a fully functioning human being. By the nature of what it is that we do. And when you become a fully functioning human being, that means you can function more fully in life because you have stronger skills if you do it right. Now, if you're one of these emotional basket case actors that's just all emotional, nerve, and feely, you're a nut job. But when you understand that the emotionality and the processor, the mindfulness, if you will, work together, you have the ability to allow things to affect you the way you want them to affect you, to a large degree. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say when you go out and you get a parking ticket on your car and you want to just and you want to go crazy, it's like, well, no, you use those things as emotional discoveries, and then you package them, and now you just got a $65 acting class. When you learn how to process it right.
Yeah.
But your neighbor's going to be going for a week. I can't freaking believe $65 I had to pay taxation without representation. This city sucks. What are they doing? And it's not. And they're doing this all week and pissing everybody off in their life. Why? They still had to pay a $65 parking ticket. What did you do? You learned about emotions. Because you made the choice. You were smarter in how you process the information. If you get this, you become genius. So, raise the steakolas.
Okay. Yes.
Great. What am I going to tell her, Michael? Right now, what am I going to tell her?
Exhale.
Be me. Coach her.
She took too long or something?
Thank you. Brilliant. Look at that. You're only 1 seat away. Yes. You got to get there quicker.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Good job. Well done. You should have burned some calories on that one. All right, Allison, pick somebody.
Sean.
Sean's going to wait till the end because he wasn't here for the movie. So we get all the movie watchers
That's-
first.
that's-
Did we get all the movie
Yeah.
watchers?
that's fine.
Oh, that's all the movie watch. Okay, Sean, you're up. Do you know the exercise?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
I just got that.
We have to do that periodically. It's like maintenance. Looks good, right?
Yeah.
Yes. What was under the yes?
What was under it? A response to the question I was being asked.
And that question was
If I was all set.
for?
Just making sure that I had everything that I needed to be good to go
For what?
for the scene. Well, I'm on set, and the PA asked me if I was good. It's between, right now they're figuring out the take. So I'm reading my book in between, kind of getting into character, and I got my Celsius, which gives me energy for the day. And she came in and asked me if I was good, and I'm saying yes to appease her because you can kind of see that I'm good, but like she's asking me because like she probably wants to feel, shouldn't say probably, I feel that she wants to feel like she's doing a great job. Yes, Heather, thank you. Got everything I need.
So what's at stake? What makes that yes interesting?
Okay, my relationship with her is very vital, and if she feels confident throughout the day and enjoys her job instead of being stressed, it makes everybody else's life better too.
Now let's compound it.
Okay.
She's hot,
Okay.
and you dig her, and you think she might possibly be digging you, but she's really pissing you off right now.
Okay.
And you're on set, and you don't really know her.
Okay.
And she's on production, and you're the actor, and you're not a star. So we understand the pecking order.
Okay. Do I have lines on the show, or no lines?
One
line?
word 3 letters. Yes.
These pretzels are making me thirsty, man. Okay.
Touche.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, that was better, but you were doing all, it was harder to control. And you added another yes, and you picked up the can. It's just one word. Clean.
Thank you. Because I'm trying to do too much. You're right. Just for sure. Yes. Yes.
Give him a hand. All right. Pick somebody. Do we have any Zoomers tonight?
Ian.
Oh, Ian's there? I can't see anybody.
Hey, Ian, what's up? You're up next, bro.
All right, Ian's up there. Hey, Ian, do you understand the assignment?
Hey, Ian, do you need the chair? I'm just kidding.
Slide it over a little bit.
Yeah, no, so you said slide it over. Thank you, Ian.
Why is this not good?
Yes.
What's the scenario?
I had to tell a significant other that I slept with someone else.
Okay. So, what raises the stakes? Could you pull up a YouTube video, Coriolanus boy?
That I am. What raises the stakes? That she's leaving at this moment.
And what does it mean to you?
For me, that I lose her.
Do you want to lose her?
No.
How badly do you not want to lose her?
It'd be very badly then.
Very? What does that mean?
It would be devastating
Why?
to lose anyone.
No, that's say okay. Watch my chain of my chain of questioning, guys. You got to learn from this chain of questioning because it's going to help you to make decisions and choices on your own that are going to be more powerful. It's the difference between you doing a really dynamic job and just doing an okay job. I'm pointing out how I started this whole teaching, this intensive, by letting you know the problem. The problem is the world thinks and lives in generalities. We live in conceptual thought and general thinking. We live in assumptive and entitled living. We don't generally live with intensity and specificity. The actor must live with intention and specificity. So that'd be like you never being in the gym and me telling you got to put 200 pounds over your head. You're not going to walk in that gym and put 200 pounds over your head without training. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen unless you're some freak of nature. You got to build up to it. So that's what we're doing here. I want to show you how to build up to it, but I got to get you guys to understand. Could you warm the room up just a little bit? I got to get you guys to understand when you're thinking general and when you're thinking in what's called the active verb. The active verb means it's something you can do to change something. So, for example, in the good book, it says, "Given it shall be given unto you." Now, who doesn't want things given to them? Of course, we love things given to us, unless it's like, a social disease or something. We like getting things. We want to receive. We want abundance, prosperity, gifts, love, friendships, community, all that stuff. So, all right, am I going to focus on receiving that? What do I focus on? What's the active verb? Give. If I give, according to that statement, then things will come to me. So I don't need to worry about anything else. I need to get control of the active verb. So when you're making choices and you go, well, she means a lot to me. Let's fill a lot.
Okay.
What is a lot and why? And then you can look at making the scenario different so that it hinges on more dangerous. And please, guys, keep in mind that your choices do not have to be real. They do not have to be true. Anybody can finish this statement? Your choices don't have to be true, but you have to be true to your choices. So that means you can make a choice that has absolutely nothing to do with your character, anybody else, or the scene. It's just something that motivates you. It's something that stimulates you. And when you do that, and you get a handle on that, you get this thing to do what you want it to do, like programming anything, without your ego being in the way. Because your ego just gets in the way of your work. So, make stronger choices.
Okay. She's pregnant and we're starting life together. We're moving to a new city.
And what happens?
I'm going to lose the opportunity. I'm going to lose her and possibly growing up with that child.
Why are you going to lose her?
Because she's not going to want to move with me to this new place.
Why not?
Because I slept with someone else.
So, you slept with somebody else. Do you regret it?
Yes.
You do regret it.
I
So,
regret it.
she's looking you dead smack in the eye. She's holding you completely accountable. She's right, that precious soul that you love and you created another human with is right there, breathing in front of you and holding you accountable to this question. Correct?
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Okay, we added too many yeses. And we had a big gasp that we lost some power under the yes with. You gotta keep the power and you gotta only say one word, 3 letters. Go again.
Yes.
All right, there it was. Give him a hand. Now you sounded like Jeff Bridges in Crazy Heart, where he won the Academy Award for Best Actor when he had to address Maggie Gyllenhaal. Anybody see the movie? Brilliant. Anybody like music? Watch the movie. You'll have a great time, and you'll see really great performance in a good story with some awesome music. And a cameo from Phil, what the hell's his name? These guys with all the names that are the same. No, Farrell.
Will Ferrell?
No, the hot, sexy guy from
Colin.
England. Colin Farrell. And he's in it, and he does a good job as well. Fun movie called Crazy Heart. You'll really have a good time with the movie. So you made me think of that. So well done. Well done, well done. All right.
Jazzy.
Hello. Hi, Ian. Okay. See. I didn't tell you nothing, huh? I felt it in my head.
All right. Why didn't it tell us anything?
It just felt so general.
Okay. What was the situation?
My mom called me and she's like, "Can you take a pic?" I had this interview. Can you take a picture of my vaccination card and send it to me tomorrow by 7 o'clock? And she's like freaking out. And I'm like, yes, of course.
What's the stakes?
She needs this job, but she wants it by a certain time or else she won't get the job.
And what is she asking you to take a picture?
Take a picture.
And you say, yes, I'll take a picture?
Mm-hmm.
What's the imposition to you? Where's the conflict?
The conflict will be that it's at the office and I don't get there. Or no. The conflict will be, I don't know where it is.
That's why the line didn't play very well. So you got to raise the conflict.
Okay.
So how about if your friend just asked you to go see the hottest band with the hottest lead singer in the world and said, we're leaving right now. If you want to come, we got a ticket. It's $500 ticket and it's yours. And it's like a dream come true, but you got to get out of the house now to be able to get there. And your mom calls.
And my mom calls.
And the card is at the office, which is in the opposite direction of where your friends are going.
Okay.
And you're going to miss the entire thing.
Okay.
But you love your mother.
I do.
And you really want to go to this, and you already told your friends you would. Now try it.
That's hard. I'm on the phone with my mom, right? I'm telling her.
No,
yes
she just
still?
called you, and she asked.
Okay.
She says, Nina.
She calls me Nina. Okay, sorry.
How the hell did I know?
I don't know. She says, Nina, I need you to do something for me right now. I need you to take a picture of my Vax card, but it's at the office.
Okay. Okay, we're doing it right now. Okay, I'm probably standing because it's gonna make me have to pee. Okay, I'm listening. Yes.
All right, you weren't all the way in character. You were still nervous and
Sorry.
playing around. You got to isolate the moment up there. You got to channel those emotions. Now look, those emotions, I'm going to tell you what they're called right now. They're called excitement. It's excitement.
Yeah.
And you need to channel the excitement and only let it out when it's going to help you, not just let it go.
Okay.
Because you're going to electrocute everybody.
Okay. Yes.
Now, I'm going to give you an extra assignment.
Okay.
Your BFF just called you on the other line. Go, are you coming? We're leaving now.
Yes.
How are you doing both?
Wait, so am I talking to my mom now, or am I talking to my
No, your
best friend?
BFF just clicked
Okay.
in. You got to listen here. I'm the
Okay.
pissed off director from Europe that would be really upset right now.
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
I can't do both.
You can't do both. You already did the yes. You don't have to do the yes. What are you going to say?
No.
Are you going to tell us about it? It's not a writing class.
I'm
Perform it.
confused. Okay.
Got to think fast, kiddo.
Okay. Am I saying no now to my best friend?
Well, how are you going to do both?
Okay.
She just clicked in. Are you coming or not?
No.
You're not?
No.
You're
So
having too much fun up
lost.
there.
I'm so confused.
No, you're not confused. I'm just taking this. I said it was a bonus scene. You get to go a little further with the exercise. Meaning now you have to stay true to your integrity. And the integrity is going to be, yes, no.
I see.
You got it? That's how that works. Cool?
Yeah, I missed it.
Give her some love up there. Go, Kyle. Guys, if this was easy, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yes!
All right. What the heck was that?
I was waiting at the DMV and I heard them call my number and I checked my ticket and it was the right number.
That's cute.
You have to isolate the yes
Okay.
from the activity. Because whatever you're doing, the camera has to get the yes.
All right. Yes!
Okay. All right, all right. DMV.
The worst place in the world.
I just hear a whole nother line of dialogue.
Well, they're going, ding, now serving. B31.
And you want to know the line of dialogue I hear?
4.
Yes! Yes!
And then
That sounds like a lottery
Yeah.
because what I hear is it's about effing time. That's the line that I hear in this scenario. Okay. This looks like more like you won the lottery.
waiting 2 hours at the DMV when they call you is kind of like,
All right. All
Winning the
right.
lottery.
Okay, you can fight for that. You can fight for that. I would direct it a little different. Give me another delivery,
okay,
seeing that one might be a little too cheery.
okay.
I want to see a guy that actually has a life, had to take time off of work on the busiest day of the week, and he's getting docked pay, but his boss said he could have an hour to do this, and he's there 2 hours, and he could be getting ready to lose his job.
All right. Yes!
All right, there it is. Give him a hand. Okay. Okay, is that everybody?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what was wrong with this assignment. Am I? You can record this. Tell me what was wrong with this assignment. What didn't you like that I did? Is this has no batteries? It's not going on.
Is it off?
There's no light. Oh, there it is. It's tricky. I did that earlier too. Something's off with this one. Okay. Sorry. I think it bothered me after a while. What, come on. Be brave. Be bold. I'm your coach. What didn't you like? What didn't work? What could have been better? What upset you? 3, 2.
I think the obstacle, like you said, I wish I would have thought more about like making the stakes higher, especially because you're just playing around. So you could literally make it like the end of the world type of shit. Just have more fun with it.
I don't understand the statement.
I'm saying that what I would have liked to have improved on was to make the stakes even higher.
You would have liked to have thought about making the stakes a little higher.
Yes.
But do you know that now?
Yes.
Then the assignment's successful.
I feel like that's a compliment that we don't have anything to say.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like from your scene. Right?
Great. That's great. But ideally, I'm not here for me. I'm here for you, because I want to get you to places where you start realizing. Guys, let me tell you something. When you get hot in this business, and you get hot for a long time, it's cool. All right, I know the feeling. I know the feeling of getting those runs. And when you get those runs, it's like, why? Because you just keep doing good work to good work to good work, and people keep hiring you. And then your agent starts saying things like, he's not available, which is really cool. And it has to do with you guys bringing next level game. And that's what I want to see you do, but it isn't easy and you don't already know it. The stuff I'm teaching you is again, they're not just the rudimentary foundational dynamics. These are the things that set you above and beyond. None of you guys were in the day class today, were you? We're doing a Sorkin scene, and if you don't know what that means, Aaron Sorkin is like he's considered the top playwright, top writer in Hollywood. And you got to learn his dialogue. It's fast, it's quick, it's intense, it's witty, it's dramatic and comedic at the same time. It's very, very intense stuff. I kind of think like it's like doing Shakespeare. And you have to learn it. And you cannot take it for granted. And we have a 3-person Sorkin scene in the day class. And these guys have been doing good, and they've been advancing and advancing. But now they're at the level where they've got a solid foundation underneath the scene, way off book. They got off book weeks ago. They're off book. They got their blocking down. Now they have to work on their timing. And with the timing, they have to work on the execution, not only the articulation, but the alliteration, meaning it not only needs to be clear and clean, it needs to flow with the right rhythm that Sorkin had intended it to flow with, and they have to have the meaning underneath it all at the same time. This is like a lot. It's a lot of work to be able to pull this stuff off really, really well. And busting them on every little thing, because if not, it doesn't work. It's off, and it just doesn't work. So when you guys are doing your scene work, if you're trying to memorize lines, you got to get so far beyond that. You got to be spending time with, how should I deliver this line? Should I come in like this? Should I come in like that? What is the real meaning? What's going on here? Okay, I see what the writer is doing. What can I do to up the stakes for my character? And thinking along the lines like I'm working with you guys right now. How do you raise the stakes? And what does that look like, and what does that mean? And can I do it and still stay within the intention of the writing? Because when you do this work, I promise you, you will get above. Because most people don't do this work. Most, that's like over 80%, do not do this work. Because it's work. And who wants to work? Most people do not want to work. Who really wants to work? You know, when we breathing, I talked to you guys about breathing. But it's actually called breath work. Because when you do it right, it's work. It's like going to the gym. It's not just, I mean, you stay in this for like 10, 15, 20 minutes of just staying focused on these things. You've got to work your voice, speech, and articulation. You've got to stay in it and do it for a period of time. You've got to work on these things. And when you do, your work will show. We'll see the difference. And then where you're trying to get to, you're going to have a lot better chance of getting there than if not. And it's the same thing about an athlete, whether they put time into the gym or not before the game. And if you don't, you don't. And it'll show. Because when the competition gets intense, we're down to splitting hairs. And that has to do with, I know I could have rehearsed a little bit longer. I could have done just that much more. And it would have made a difference to whether I got the yes or the no. And it's all so often going to come down to you and one other person. I mean, it'll be you and thousands, and then it'll be you and hundreds. And then if you work up the food chain, it will be you and tens, you and 5 others, and then it'll be you and another person. And then a decision has to be made. It'll either be you or it won't. I mean, that's just basically how it works. So you come in and you're articulating and alliterating properly with the understanding of writer's intent, with the right choices, with intention. Boom. You're going to be above the pack. And that's what you're looking to do. So we're in this intensive on intention. And there's somebody in the studio, I'm not going to say any names, who's probably the most general thinker of all of you guys. Just thinks in complete conceptual generalities. Drives me nuts. You can't get a specific answer out of this person at all. Good guy, you know, training him and all that stuff. But, you know, this is just like, oh my Lord, what this upbringing on this person has done is just so general. It's like everything's, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, sure. Well, I was kind of like, well, hey, where were you just before you got here? Well, you know, I was out there. I mean, you know, that's how this person talks. And so we excused one of the classes. I'm not going to tell you which class because it doesn't matter. And I picked something up on the back desk to put it on the front. And we were all getting ready to leave the studio. And I just took this, somebody had moved it. It's that little doll thing, the Jerry puffy shirt guy. And he was on the back thing and I like him on the front thing. So I basically just took him, we're having a conversation, and I turned around and I put him on the front of the desk, and I'm just tidying before I left. And that person was standing there and said, "Did you see how Coach just put that down with such intention? I just saw intention right there." And I looked up and I said, "This is just me living my life." Because I live intentionally. But it was mind-boggling to him. Think about what if I had done it with real intention. His head would have spun around. Get what I'm trying to get across to you guys. That you have to work at being more specific with what you're doing, because intention creates attention. And you're needing attention, because that's what we're looking for to add production value to the project as the actor. Okay, I want to show this clip from Emma Stone. It'll take less than a second. So just bring it right before she says the word. Throw it up on the screen with the audio. And she's running through this thing. Now, she's doing something she shouldn't be doing. Sneaking, getting ready to pull off a heist. She's trying to steal information, and she's lying that she's French. And she's talking to a security officer. So she's in a situation where she's really been painted into a corner, and he asks her this question, and she answers with a yes.
A little further back.
Oh, I thought you had a cue for me.
No, right here.
There it is. That's the yes, so go further back. Yeah, right there. That's a good place to start.
Les toilettes, s'il vous plaît.
Ah, vous parlez français. C'est super cool.
Oh, you speak French. Great.
De parler avec des gens qui parlent français, donc ça me chauffe le cœur, tu vois. Et tu fais quoi pour le baronesse?
Oui.
Quelque chose dans la monde, j'imagine, avec le...
Stop. Back it up. Hit it again. Look at the smile. Look at her come from trying to figure out, oh, fuck. He just asked me, I'm faking, where did you go? I'm faking French, and I shouldn't be here. I just wanted the word
Les
again.
toilettes, s'il vous plaît.
Ah, vous parlez français. C'est super cool. J'ai pas beaucoup d'occasion de parler avec des gens qui parlent français, donc ça me chauffe le cœur, tu vois. Et tu fais quoi pour le baronesse?
Oui.
Quelque chose dans la monde, j'imagine,
Stop.
avec le quoi?
Are you able to bring it back just on the word? You break it down. It comes from here, it sweeps under, and she's bullshitting her ass off. And delivering that beautiful line. Go.
Ah, tu vois. Et tu fais quoi pour le baronesse?
Oui.
Quelque chose dans la monde, j'imagine, avec...
Oui. So good. It's so good. And it's out now. Here she is. She delivers that. She did a wonderful job with the character. And now there's an acting coach in Hollywood breaking down this one word all week for his students. It starts with one word. And understanding really what is going on here and what are you doing. And she's got all the other things that are going on and everything else that's going on all around it. But, you know, that when a performance is great, you're able to deliver those moments where we could stop at any point in time and go, wow, look at that. You just nailed that. Wow, that was great. Wow, wow, wow. And that's where you're heading. But you can't get there without doing the work. You have to study it, you have to get it in you, and it can't be general. So I'm challenging your general thinking, challenging your assumptive thinking, and your conceptual thinking, and forcing you to hold yourself accountable to specificity. to specificity. There's a story, a famous actor, I might have told some of you this before, but it's a great story. Famous actor is on set and was asked, he has to play this old man. And he's playing way, way, way older than he is. And the director's trying to get a performance out of him, and he can't get him to walk right. And he has to just walk across the room, and he needs him to walk like an old man. He's not an old man, and he's having a hard time. He's having a hard time walking like an old man. So the director says to him, specificity. Your testicles are made out of fragile glass. Now walk over here. And he gets the performance. Because when you think generality, it doesn't affect you. It doesn't become an active verb for you. When you put specificity on it, it now becomes something. It now has a way to affect you. And you've got to learn this about yourself and learn what is it that's going to motivate me to be reactive, responsive to these stimuli, making a choice. So like, for example, right now, if the chairs that we're sitting on were like those new car seat heaters. Anybody know car seat heaters? You guys know car seat heaters? Okay. So we got those auto car seat heaters right now. But these are malfunctioning. And they're slowly heating these seats up. And these seats are heating up like beyond warm, becoming ridiculously hot right now. And the seats that we're sitting on are now starting to burn. See? In other acting classes, there wouldn't be an actor sitting still because the suggestion will affect you, and you'll allow yourself to be stimulated by the stimulus. You see? That's the responsive nature of the actor, being able to do that. Or even the room is getting colder and going through the whole thing where it's like we're in a freezing cold room. But what happens when I do this sensory workshops is you're doing the work in your mind. Oh, and now what you're doing is you're acting cold. You're acting cold. It's like, no, you have to become cold because it's becoming that believable for you. That's where you want your work to go, in that direction. Does this make sense? Yeah, and you got to practice this, but what happens is you get out there for the other 164 hours that you're living your life on your own out there, and whatever it is you're dealing with, and is it contributing to the nature of the artist? Is it adding to what you're looking to do in here as an impassioned artist of the craft? Because then these things won't be difficult for you. So when the director says, I need you to do this, it's like, oh my gosh, the director's like, I can program this person. And then you become a director's dream because like whatever the director wants, you're able to deliver within the integrous nature of the work that you're doing. Not like a robot, but the if the director's, smart, they'll work with you to get that performance that you can't get to on your own. Or you didn't have any idea about that choice because it's not your choice, it's the director's choice. And that's what the director needs to make the project work. So those are the kind of things that you want to keep working in that arena and do the stuff on your own. So tonight, when you guys are putting your scenes up, I'm going to be holding you accountable to certain places in your work. Can't do to all of it because it's just too much there and that's like your work. To show you this is where you need to go to bring more intentionality to what it is that you're doing and not taking things for granted. Taking it for granted means, well, it's just the way it is. No. No, we don't deal with that's just the way that it is. We deal with this is the way that I'm creating it to be. I don't mean in life, I mean when you're doing your work. But you can notice this, and so this week I'd like you to notice two things. I want you to notice and make a point of anybody that you encounter, or even animals for that matter, they're pretty good at this, that are just operating very intentionally. They're just bouncing around with no thought. And just notice it. And just like this person noticed me on the other end when somebody is doing something with specific intentionality. Yeah, there's one watching somebody living without intention. It's like there's no intention behind that person. They are not locked and loaded at all. And then somebody that is completely locked and loaded. And what would completely locked and loaded look like? I imagine we've all seen the scene. The bomb's going to go off. The hero character shows up, rips open the panel where the bomb is with a pair of wire cutters, and they have to cut the right wire. And what happens? The camera zooms in, the score goes up, the sweat drips down the face, and you're watching this person having to make an intentional decision that's either going to kill them or not kill them and all the people around them. That's an intentional moment. It's a heightened intentional moment with complete specificity. I'll tell you, they talk about who saw The Queen's Gambit, the series. Wow, guys, you're in for a treat. Wonderful. I think she won the Golden Globe or something, Best Actress. I think she did. I don't know. Maybe she got nominated. She did great. The talk of the town when this thing came out was, how do you make a movie, a TV series about chess interesting? It's chess.
Chess is cool.
Well, some people do find chess cool, but not the majority of people. They would probably find James Bond and Mission Impossible cooler. How do you keep somebody's attention watching somebody play chess for, 7 seasons? I mean, whatever that was, 7 episodes, whatever that was. And yet, when you watch, the lead actress had me right away because she's just so good. And the intensity when they're watching the chess games, there isn't a thought that escapes because you can't afford to. There's not enough to support it. If that focus and concentration isn't there, and the thoughts are not filled with information, it falls out. It becomes boring. It becomes boring. All right. If you're a non-chess player, there's certain parks in town where certain ethnicities love to sit around and watch each other play chess. Anybody ever see this in a park? Ever see them playing chess? Okay, just go over and watch. And just watch. And these are just 2 people standing there. They're not actors. You probably will walk away within a few seconds, But you'll watch this series, and it'll be hard for you to take your eyes off of it because we're now dealing with the intention of chess with the intention of telling an interesting story. See the difference? See where we're going? And that's what you guys are doing here. Every time you come up here, it's so exciting because you get to create. You get to create. It's one of the hardest things for me to put down when I knew I wasn't going to act and I was going to just coach because I couldn't do both. If I did both, I couldn't build the studio the way I needed to build the studio because my attention would be too split. I needed to stay on point and focus. So it took me 2 years to get past postpartum of not being able to act. I just had to go, no, I can't. That's done. That's done. I need to do this. And it was really, really hard because I just love the creative process. I create in different ways now. But it's just that creative process of being, and I'll go back to it when this runs its course. I'll go back to it and get back into that place of just creating out of specificity and making you believe everything I'm doing is real. That's so exciting, and I want you guys to get that passion. So you're not just, oh, I got to get my scene memorized. Oh, I have to have it at this level for this week. I mean, you're not doing this for me. You're doing it for you. I'm here as your coach to help you with what you're looking to do. I'm not your teacher looking over you because the state says you have to be here. That's called school. That's not what this is. You're here voluntarily, on your own, to get good at something you have a passion for. You just happen to have a coach that's probably more passionate about you than you are. So I force you to catch up with me so that you can have the same passion for yourself and your work that I have for you and wanting to see you be amazing. Because I love this. Oh, there's the phone over there. I just got another one today. Just got pinned for that job you worked with me on Sunday. Great. Just booked that job. I mean, that's what I live for. Great. And so listen to this. All right, I got a bitch here for a second. One of my actors, just in casual conversation, says, oh yeah, you know, I got that new manager and I already got booked. I got booked for a job in Europe. I'm going over to Europe and I'm going to be shooting over there for a month. And I'm like, what the fuck? When did this happen? Oh, I don't know, last week or something. Why did you not tell me? And don't give me this I'm telling you now bullshit. I said, I worked my ass off to coach you, to train you, to get you to be as good as you are right now. Please, tell me when you book. It's not fair. Nobody feels my pain. Oh, my Lord. Okay, you will when you have kids. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Good. One word takeaway. Just want to know what you're getting out of this. Just want to know what you're getting out of this. Go, Sean.
Specificity.
And say it like you mean it.
Specificity.
Jazzy.
Become.
Gabe.
Attention.
Allison.
Steaks.
Alliteration.
Ooh. Michael.
Attention.
Kyle.
Changing.
Ian.
E-tails.
All right. I like it. Take a break. See you back in 10.